Hey, what's happening, my friends? How you all doing? Of course, me once again, and well, now we come to this film here, the third film in the, you can say, in the first three films. It's hard to call it a trilogy because continuity is thrown right out the window with each film. So you can pretty much call each film a standalone movie, which some people have found it that way, I guess. Army of Darkness, and this one was the one that I think had a little more money attached to it compared to the other films. Like I think the budget for this one, if I'm not mistaken, let's see, I think it was 13 million, but it only made 11 million, so it didn't do that well box office wise. And there's like that. Opened in February 1993, February 19. You know, on IMDb it says 1992. Maybe that's when it was released. It was made, but didn't get released until February. I know Universal released it, which I'm being to bet they must have did it because about 2 years earlier, Sam Raimi broke out pretty big with Darkman. That was a big movie by Universal. I still love Darkman a lot. Like I said before, this video, Darkman and Evil Dead 2 are to me, Sam Raimi at his best, in my humble opinion. And, you know, the first Evil Dead, okay, with some of the little shots here and there, the way it's filmed, nothing like that. I mean, I don't, anyway, I already talked about the first movie already. One day I'll review Darkman. I don't know if the Shot Factory DVD is going to be worth it. I heard they're doing a good DVD for it or whatnot. If it's out or whatnot, if there's any features or whatnot. It'd be nice if Shot Factory can get interviews with Liam Neeson. He used to talk about the fucking movie that, to me, helped put him on the map before Taken, in my humble opinion. So, basically, how do I start about this film? I saw this film at a young age, and didn't mind the film. Didn't love the film, but I didn't mind some of the moments of the film. Then I saw it again a few years later after that, and thought it was there, okay. Then when I revisited the second film again, and I finally got a chance to see the first film, first time as an adult. Then I watched this film again, and I thought it really was a step down and like that. Now I do understand, you know, seeing it again tonight. Okay, what are my thoughts on the film? There's some good parts of the film I like, but there's some parts of the film I don't like. That pretty much sums it up. So some parts I will be yelling about, some parts I'll be talking about, and everything like that. So what is it there for? A rant or review? Both, pretty much. Now I understand there are friends of mine that love this film a lot. I know Matt loves Army of Darkness a lot. I know Mike, when he reviewed it, he mentioned some stuff about it here and there. I mean, I think he enjoys it overall. Michael, I don't think Michael was the biggest fan of it. I could be wrong. I remember him not being. I mean, he being entertained by it, but as a horror movie, it doesn't work. And I know it's not supposed to be a horror film. I know from what I looked up that Sam Raimi, along with his other brother Ivan Raimi, penned the script, and Bruce Campbell, I think, agreed to do it only if they could get away from the fucking cabin in the woods. They wanted to get away from the cabin. But I was thinking you could have done other stuff besides the cabin. I mean, I know there was a video games they have done with Evil Dead, where there was one that takes place right after Evil Dead 2 into a mental hospital, and Ash has to battle Deadites in a mental hospital. With I think a Deadite voiced by Ted Raimi, who's teaming up with him. So that would make a good film. I would like to see that. But fortunately, they didn't want to go that route. Plus, the way the movie ended, they wanted to do something that continuity more likely. And plus, I guess maybe Sam Raimi, Robert Tabbert, and all these other guys, Bruce Campbell, and Ivan Raimi, they must have figured, well, the last film got released unrated, and there was all this stuff with MPAA. So maybe they want to take it into another direction. So alright, maybe that's why they went to the medieval times. Okay. The 1300s. Okay. Once again, this chair gets away from me. Alright. And I think it was thanks to Army of Darkness that helped Sam Raimi, Robert Taybert get Hercules, Legendary Journeys, and Xena Warrior Princess. And I'll tell you right here, right now, I don't mind Hercules, Legendary Journeys. I really enjoy Xena Warrior Princess as well. And that medieval stuff with, with Sam Raimi, even though I don't think he directed it, but he produced it and everything like that. I know Bruce Campbell had recurring characters on both shows, ironically enough, and everything. But this movie here, I'll keep saying that a lot. Basically, it doesn't connect too well with the last film because we have another narration, this time by Ash himself, Bruce Campbell, talking about his girlfriend Linda. But this time Linda here is briefly played by Bridget Fonda. Okay. And they go up to the woods. They read the stuff in the passage from the Book of Dead. Linda is taken. Then it came after Ash. His hand is possessed. You see a reshot scene of him cutting off his hand, but not bloody like it was in the last film, of course, because they wanted to please the censors and the studio, because they had a big budget in it, so they couldn't afford to lose that. Plus, I guess this was on time Sam Raimi had commercial success with Darkman, so he was with Universal for a while. Like, okay. And I think thanks to that, him and Robert Tabbert would come on as producers for Hard Target the following year, later on that year, because it was released in February 1993. It's the Hard Target's badass movie. And everything like that. So, basically goes the whole thing. He gets stuck into the hole. I don't mind the score. Joseph DeLuca comes back to do the score. I like a little bit of that opening theme where it says Bruce Campbell versus the Army of Darkness. Okay. And, once again, the continuity doesn't connect. He lands in medieval times, 1300s, but not like the last film ended. It doesn't pick up from there. It basically picks up where he's surrounded by these knights who are led by Arthur, played by Marcus Gilbert, and automatically they mistake him for their arch enemies that they fight or whatever, the Northerns or whatever, led by some guy named Henry the Red. So they take away his chainsaw and they put him in one of those things like this. And he's taken back to their castle, whipped and everything like that, while he gives narration of what happened. And he goes to the village. People are throwing things at him and stuff like that. They usually do with Bruce Campbell in these movies. Sam Raimi, whatever. Hit Bruce, hit Bruce. I can understand now. I've seen the guy in interviews, stuff like that. Yes, hit him hard. I understand what you mean now, Sam Raimi. All the time whacking Bruce Campbell around all these years. I can understand. And we have a lead girl, Embeth Davids, who I think after this she will go on to be in Schindler's List and stuff like that. And she's your lead girl, Sheila, which I didn't give a fuck about, to be honest, because I just thought the character was just there, nothing to her at all. And her brother, she asked the Prince Arthur, whatever, what happened to her brother. He was killed by Henry the Red's men. We got them prisoner here. So for some reason or another, she attacks Ash, spitting him, pulling his hair, whatnot. Once again, Sam Raimi giving direction. Yeah, be pulling his hair, but okay. His thing is taken off. Now, the things I do like about the film is a little bit of Bruce Campbell's dialogue, which I do like it. Like he talks to the guy, Henry the Red. He goes, "Hey, who are you, stranger?" "I am Henry Red, Lord of the Lord and this and that." "Well, look, pal. From where I stand, look, Mister Fancy Pants. From where I stand, you're in charge of Jack or shit. And Jack left town." I always like that line. It's a great line. Maybe if I see it in the remake and it pisses me off, I'll use that line. Especially Bruce Campbell talking out of his ass about that movie and stuff. "You're in charge of Jack or shit. Jack left town." So I like that. And Okay, I like this little opening scene right here where they want to throw Ash and some of the Henry Red's men in this pit or whatever, and they throw one guy in the pit, and then you see a big blood Kaiser. So, phew, you're like, all right, the R rating moving good. Like, shh, and then, shh, oh, ooh, ah, and then one guy tries to run, and Arthur or whatever shoots him with a crossbow. You get that weird vision thing, like shh, when like the arrow chasing the guy a little bit, and he gets impaled to the back. All right, good shot. And I think I might have seen the director's cut because that's the one that was on VHD, I believe, because it had a different. The battle scene in third act seemed longer, and I believe it's also that infamous ending, the one that Bruce Campbell, Sam Raimi prefer, but the studio made them reshoot it, which I'm happy they did because I didn't prefer the ending that they wanted. But that's the version I found that I saw. Fair enough, fine. So he's basically the lead girl, throws a rock in back of Ash's head. I got the wrong guy. I'm not even with this assholes. And he falls into the hole, into the thing. Okay, I like this that the Deadeye comes out, starts doing all these fucking flips and everything like that, and beats the shit out of Ash. All right, and of course the wise man, who you can say is the wizard or whatnot, has Ash's chainsaw. Strange one, catch, and then jumps up and catches chainsaw with nub or whatever, starts it up, and goes to town a little bit on the Deadeye. That cuts in half like that and everything. And then out of nowhere, he tries to climb up. And this one, I forget about this Deadeye. Last time I seen this movie, this ugly ass Deadeye comes out of the fucking wall like a video game. Like, oh shit, I forgot all about this one. It's a real ugly looking motherfucker. Oh, makeup effects, well done. I don't know who the fuck did the makeup on this, but these are what the Deadites are there and stuff. I will say that. And he takes his belt, he hooks it onto a chain. He's able to climb up. Now, I understand he's very mad because these people have thrown things at him and this and that. And, they almost got him killed. So it's like that. So he has. But the problem is with Bruce Campbell is that when I see him doing that, I keep thinking back of the way he treats his fans on stage at conventions. So that scene, this is my boomstick and him going on and on, kept making me think of that, though. Him being an asshole. So, sad to say, that's supposed to be enjoyable, over the top scene, but I don't know, just rubbed me the wrong way. And I know that wasn't the intention, but it's all Bruce Campbell's fault. See, if he wouldn't be such a dickhead with fucking fans at conventions and everything like that, and people love him, well, ain't he cool? Like, he's a dick. He embarrassed this poor girl. He humiliated this poor guy. Saying stupid things. Why you ask a dumb question like that? It takes courage to ask a question in front of all these people and whatnot. Okay, I didn't mind him going after some hecklers on stage. All right. People in the audience. All right. But he deserves it, though. He's a prick. With a capital P. And you get a big continuity goof. Because before all this happens, before he goes into the pit, his shotgun is missing from his holster in the back, right? And then when he comes out from the pit, you still see the shotgun is not there. And then when Arthur wants to challenge him and pulls out his sword, then the shotgun appears out of nowhere. Boom! And breaks his sword in half. And everything. Okay, alright. So now they kiss his ass. He makes them let go Henry the Red or whatever. Okay. And he's sitting down eating grapes and shit and everything like that. And okay, the girl comes to try to make amends and everything like that. And he goes, first you want to kill me, now you want to kiss me below. So I kind of like that little line, kiss me below. Until the wise man tells him the thing about the Necronomicon. He goes, look, I just want the book. I want to get out of here. You don't understand me? I'm not talking bullshit. I want to get out of here. And then the she bitch or whatever which attacks him, which is Patricia Tillman, who's the star of Night of the Living Dead remake, which I really like Patricia Tillman. It's too bad she's not in the film that much. I didn't even know it was her under all the makeup until when I saw my match review. That's her, really? Wow. It was good to see her. That's nice, Patricia Tillman. And everything like that. And he comes out with a shotgun. Okay, like when the battle scenes are there and he's kicking Deadeye's ass, I like that. Okay, he's running around. Yeah, boom, boom, and then boom. Okay, I like that stuff. That's good. That's why I can't get fully mad at the film. Because when Bruce Campbell is kicking ass and not talking shit, the movie's good. Like you see, Ash is very different in these films. In the first film, he's a regular guy, like me and you, going through extreme situations. Granted, he's not quick to pick up the axe right away. He's not quick to pick up the chainsaw and do something. But in the third act, he does something at least. The second film, Ash is going through more horrible stuff. Okay, his possessed girlfriend trying to kill him. Severed body, a headless body with a chainsaw trying to kill him. His hand gets possessed. He's tripping. Those stuff like that. He gets beaten up by people who think he's a killer. He's going through all this shit. And then when he finally gets suited up and gets the chainsaw in his hand, he goes groovy. I'm rooting for the fucking guy now. Here, it's hard to root for him because at times he does stupid fucking shit that I can't defend. I know people who like this film admit that. I know Matt admitted that. He does stupid things. Well, he says stupid things. So they make a thing. They want him to go get the Necronomicon, basically. And through that message in the book, there's something that could send him back to his time. So you have this whole thing there where they get rid of his chainsaw handles. I don't know why the fuck they did that, but I guess, well, to please the censors. So he goes basically in along with the locksmith guy. It takes a glove that belongs to a knight and somehow does some kind of stuff and makes a robot have a hand. Groovy, all right. And then the girl tries to make amends, and once again, Bruce Campbell's being a dick. So once again, gets another point down thanks to that. But this was a long time before he did conventions. I know, but it's hard to enjoy it because the way he is now is the way he was in this movie. It's like, hi, I'm Bruce Campbell, playing an actor, playing Ash. Like, you look at the other two, earlier stuff of Bruce Campbell, he's acting. Here, he's not acting. It's like, this is the Campbell we see now, basically. When he's not being a badass. But it's not the main moments of it. It's him being a fool. So you get the whole thing, grabs the girl, give me some sugar baby, alright, which I thought it was a forced relationship. I didn't see any chemistry between Amber Davis or the Davids, whatever her name is, or Bruce Campbell, to be honest. She seemed out of place there, in my humble opinion, really. So he gets on the horse, got to say these words, and he goes, look, whatever it is, you get your book, I get out of here, and I'm history. That's it. He goes away on his horse. And of course, one thing leads to another. And of course, the Evil Dead follows. Okay, they had a little more money here, so they had that thing doing more like splitting trees in half or whatnot. So he fucks up, looks back, and bangs his face on a branch. The horse splits, naturally so. Then he takes his chainsaw, he runs to, I guess, it's one of those houses with a little windmill house or something. All right. Which is almost like the cabin, which I don't understand what fucking Sam Raimi, Iron Raimi were talking about. Want to get away from the cabin. You almost did. You're in a fucking cabin now. It's the 1300s version with a big fan. And you see Michael Dudikoff there. He wasn't looking for a tree under a big fan. I don't know why, but that's Michael Dudikoff. I know I go off the subject. I'm sorry. But he goes in there until he swears he sees somebody watching him. He realizes the mirror. He breaks the mirror glass. Now, this little stick over here, I didn't care for. I know Sam Raimi, Bruce Campbell are fans of Three Stooges. And I know this is This movie references Three Stooges a lot. I know, like the Evil Dead 2, I know that thing with the eyeball going in the mouth. That's kind of a callback to Three Stooges. That one of their shorts where Curly is dressed up in drag and the guy's singing opera and he's shooting the grapes. He's shooting the guy. I remember that, when Curly's lip syncing or whatever to some girl singing or whatnot. I remember that one. Michael Phony and a phony at the mic. Nyak, nyak, pow. Woo. Nyak, nyak. Pick two. Boop. But in this movie, I don't know. Like, it just felt dated. Like, it didn't work and stuff like that. I don't know why. Maybe sometimes the humor is too ridiculous or so good. I know that's what it's trying to be and stuff. I don't know. I just thought it should have been a little bit more serious. Made the humor be a little more subtle, like the way it was in the last film. But they wanted to go over the top. So you get the glass breaks apart in pieces. You see a bunch of mini ashes, which is like a fucking cartoon, basically. I didn't care for this whole stick. I know people love it. Where, he's he's banging his head on this pipe. His face gets caught on some part of the fireplace. He has to take a spatula to take his face off and everything like that. Okay, one of the mini ashes get burned in the fire. Another one gets impaled. One of them stabs him in the foot while he's going, London, ready, flying down, and shit. And then he gets knocked out and tied up. And then one of them jumps inside his mouth, and then the other ones fuck off. I don't know what the fuck happened to them. They just fucked off. Ash didn't kill nothing. Until, basically an eyeball, which, okay, this is a creepy scene. An eyeball comes out of his shoulder, and an ash grows out of him. Alright, literally, like a clone of himself. Okay, it's all done in practical. Some of those, a little bit of stop motion, okay. And he's punching him. The guy's punching him. He's going, and then eyeballing. Alright. And then, Bruce Campbell versus Bruce Campbell. And one is over the top and hitting him a lot too. I like what Bruce Campbell says. He puts the shotgun in the face of the evil Ash and boom, shoots him. And like that. He goes, good, bad. I'm the one with the gun. That's the one that's in the theatrical version. This version, he goes, I'm not that good. It was okay. I think I was different a little bit. So I remember the other one. Good, bad, makes no difference. I'm the one with the gun. So he drags him back. And he's chained to I like the way it's done with the fade outs. And basically, Evil Ash is chained up. And the chainsaw starts up. We don't see the chainsaw do any penetration because MPA will get bent out of shape. So you see him burying what's left of Evil Ash. Alright. And he makes a threat at him. We'll come out and rise. Yeah, you know what? You got something in your face. What? Throw dirt on his face. Alright. Then he makes it there. And this whole thing makes me call Ash a fucking idiot right off the bat. Because there's 3 Book of the Deads right there, right? Necronomicons or whatever. One of them pretty much sucks him into the book. He comes out. His face gets stuck. Okay, very cartoonish. That's the whole idea, but I don't know. I just didn't find it that funny. Maybe at a young age, okay, but now, no. After seeing Evil Dead 2 and first one, it's a big departure. I know Army of Darkness has a big fan base. It has about the same mark as the first movie, but Evil Dead 2 is higher. I don't know about the remake where that mark slides or whatnot. I'll check that out when I get to it, which that's next up, by the way. And, he one book attacks him or whatever. Okay. He puts it there. Alright, puts it down. Then he takes the book. He's supposed to say these 3 chants. He fucks it up. And shit hits the fan. The cemetery where he's at. Skeletons come out. Okay, all this Three Stooges references with the I got toot and it'll alright. I can watch Three Stooges for that. Or the 2012 movie. I'm just kidding. Relax, hold on. So, of course, the evil Ash gets reanimated. And, okay, good makeup effects. And I don't know if that's Bruce Campbell and that or what. I don't know who the fuck that is. But, all that happens. All these skeletons come to life. All practical skeletons, no CGI, granted. Part of me wishes it was just all deadites. Then maybe you have more R-rated carnage, but no. Once again, MPA will get mad. And shit, and you know, God forbid, Sam Raimi wants to please the MPAA and shit. And stuff because he wanted to make this a fucking adventure movie, which it is. In all honesty, it's not a boring film. Nothing like that. Get a Snapple. Need a drink. Nothing like that. I don't feel I hate the film. Nothing like that. Even though it sounds like I bitch about things, but hey, you know, my thoughts, my overall just on the Evil Dead film so far. Nothing like that. Not reading this real fat cap here, but basically, he goes and goes off, gives back the book, and tells them, send me back, send me back. But then they're like, but what did you say the lines? Look, I can't remember the lines. My deal was to send me back, alright? Now do your part of the deal. And stuff. And then the girl tells him, I still believe you can help us. He goes, but what about all the stuff you said? That's just pillow talk, basically. Once again, Bruce Campbell being an asshole. So ultimately, a deadite with wings, claymation or whatnot, grabs a lead girl, takes her away, and now Ash mans up, gives a little speech, said we're gonna get help from Henry Red. I know somewhere exists a deleted scene, which I wish I could have put back into the director's cut, where Ash is actually talking to Henry the Red. And everything like that, okay. Because it never explains how the fuck Henry Red knows to come into the third act. You know, unless you had that scene back in the movie. I don't know. I think there's like a bootleg version or something that has that put back in. I'm not sure. I know there's a couple of editions of Army of Darkness, I think, from what I heard. I don't know. You guys who own Army of Darkness, please feel free to let me know. I heard the commentary is pretty entertaining, so I don't know. Maybe I'll pick it up for the commentary track or something like that. All the features are worth the shit. That's just maybe, though. So, basically, then, we get a montage scene where he goes into the trunk of his car, what's left of it, take out the engine or whatnot, that's all fucked up, and in his trunk, he has a chemistry book. So, basically, you have a little montage sequence where they mix up the car. He has some gunpowder shells with shotgun shells, uses it with other gunpowder to make some explosive arrow tips for the third act or whatnot. Ember Davis is basically possessed because she gets taken advantage of by evil Ash and his army of skeleton soldiers and everything like that. Well, the voiceover things were okay. Like when they grab some of the girls, hey, we got plans for you. I'm like, what fucking plans? What are you gonna do? Get a boner? Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. You're wading too much into this film. I don't know. I don't mind the film. I wasn't bored by it. I was entertained. It's just somebody huge. It's like if you watch all three of these movies in one day. Okay, the first two films are on the same par. Granted, the first one's a more serious, more scary movie. I will admit that. The second one, still scary, but it balances out the humor a little bit, though. A little bit. Besides that scene with the furniture laughing and shit, alright. I will admit that. And everything like that. Okay. But it's like a mind fuck of a thing there. But you go to this one, it's a totally different movie. I guess that's what they wanted to go. Fine, they did it. They did it. And it's got its fan base. Okay, it did it. So, basically, they come in. Okay, you get the battle sequence. Well done. A little bit longer, because I remember in the regular version, some alternate stuff changed. Like, I remember in the theatrical version, I think Marcus Gilbert's character, Arthur, I think died in the battle, if I'm not mistaken. But in the director's cut, he lived. And everything like that. And I remember Henry the Red coming into the fight a little more sooner. In this version I saw, he came in close to the end of the fight. Alright. Bruce Campbell has a decent sword fight or with the evil Ash, alright. And everything like that. Fucking up some more skeleton soldiers here and there. Fine. Once again, I wish they were Deadites. Okay, good climax right there. He pulls out his car that has that giant windmill fan they made for it, fucking up skeletons left and right. Cool, alright. The lead girl tries to play a trick on Ash to turn in human form. He gets out of the car, which I'm thinking, why would he do that? You know, if you've been through a situation in the last film, you would know they could change human form, Ash. But he does that and the fucking weapon car, whatever, crashes. So it was in there for a little bit, fuck up a couple of the skeletons here and there, then get fucked up. That's it. So, sure enough, she turns into a deadite, tries to kill him, and everything like that. So he throws her into the pit. Then he goes up there, try to protect the Book of the Dead, everything like that. And that's when Ash has the little sword fight with Evil Ash, okay. And then he gets lit on fire, alright. I don't remember this being in the theatric version, that Evil Ash comes out all skeleton-like, trying to fight Ash. I don't remember that part being in there. Maybe I did and I forgot about it. And then he falls on this catapult that has a bag on it, or whatever. And that's why I don't know where Henry the Red's men finally come into the fight. Which I remember that, wow, they came in late. Shit, I remember they came in sooner. Unless a big chunk of that fight was missing on the cutting room floor and they put it back in this version. I don't know. Alright, Henry Red's men are fucking up the skeletons left and right. The skeletons don't put up much of a fight, in all honesty. I mean, they're a little bit here and there. You can take them out just like that. Deadites, I think, will put up more of a better fight than the damn skeletons, to be honest. This is my opinion. My IMO opinion. My humble opinion. So, Ash hits the catapult. You going for a trip. Cuts the hand of the skeleton. Evil Ash off. Get the Book of the Dead. And lights him up. He flies in the air. Big explosion. Okay. And then all of a sudden, by that explosion, that means basically the girl's not possessed no more. I don't know if that was the rules of the game or whatnot. So, here he's giving, the version I saw, he's giving these drops to take. And to sleep and to wake up around his time. He takes too many drops, wakes up all bearded up into the future. Which I know that's the ending that Raimi and Campbell wanted, but the studio made them reshoot it. I prefer the theatrical ending. I will agree on that. I prefer the theatrical ending. Because I do like the fact they gave Ash more of a backstory. Okay, he's a clerk at S-Mart. And everything like that. Alright. And Linda was a girl who he met at S-Mart. Or whatnot. That works there. And stuff. And I like the fact he's telling Ted Raimi these stories and stuff like that. And everything. Ted Raimi, of course, is Sam Raimi's little brother. Who did a lot of stuff with Sam Raimi. He was one of the Deadites in Evil Dead 2. He was also one of the bad guys in Larry Drake's and Durant's group in Darkman as well. He's the one that got pulled through the manhole cover with the cars hitting him and shit. I know you did, but let's pretend you didn't. Yeah, I remember him getting pulled like that. And he had a recurring role in Xena Warrior Princess as well, which I liked him in there as well. So, you know, he's telling him the story or whatever. Did you say the words right way? Yeah, I did say the words right way. He's seeing this girl that's at S-Mart, and all of a sudden, a Deadite shows up there. And I like the little thing where he takes the Winchester. Excuse me, ma'am, I think you're going to have to leave our store. All of a sudden, gets the Winchester, fucks up the Deadite, and gets the girl, says, "Hail to the king, baby." All right. Duke Nukem took that line. I understand this. Now, what are my thoughts on the film? Like I said, there's some stuff I like when Bruce Campbell's being a badass, fucking up Deadites and whatever, and everything like that, giving some good lines, he's good. But when he's being an asshole and going over the top and saying things about this boomstick or or getting too snotty with fucking people, or cowering around. I just feel that's no acting required because he's being himself and stuff like the way he is now. That's what bothers me and stuff. I don't like people being treated like shit. You know, especially people that pay to see your ass. I know. That's why I don't. That's why Bruce Campbell, you know, with Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2, okay. But Army of Darkness, I don't even know. I used to watch Briscoe County Jr. I don't know if that show was held up, to be honest, because of Bruce Campbell's fucking shenanigans or whatnot. And I didn't mind him in Hercules and Xena when he was a recurring character in those, in the show series or whatnot. I don't know if I could watch it now, because thanks to Bruce Campbell's fucking crappy attitude. So the movie itself, I think it's too silly for its own good. If that makes any sense. I know it's supposed to be silly. You know, it's like that. Like I said, I know there's friends of mine that don't mind the film. I know Army of Darkness does have a mixed camp. Because there are camps that love the original Evil Dead film. There are camps that love Evil Dead 2. There are camps that love Army of Darkness and live by Army of Darkness and don't care for the other two films. There's even camps that love the remake and don't care for all three fucking movies. Where am I in any of these camps? I respect the first film for what it is. For what it did, okay. Scary movie. Down and dirty, low budget. Bruce Campbell does a decent job with his acting there, okay. I wish his character had a little more to do, but they fixed that with the next film. After that, Bruce Campbell's on point on that one. The effects by Craig Nicotero are well done. You know, my great moments in the film are groovy, you know, stuff like that, and stuff like that. Swallow this, you know, good moments, all right, but you get to this film. So I guess maybe I'm in the camp of the first two films, I guess. But then that's one of the reasons, as a franchise, I don't care much about Evil Dead, to be honest. Because I measure the way I like a franchise depending on how many movies in that series I enjoy. Nightmare on Elm Street films, I can say I love the first movie. Second one's very underrated. Third one's my favorite, I believe. Yes, third one's my favorite. Right? Part 4, the last good sequel. 5, fuck no. I hate part 5. Freddy's Dead, I can watch as a time waster. I don't mind Freddy's Dead. Has its problems, but I can watch as a time waster. New Nightmare, very well done movie. Very smart script. Wes Craven should look at that film and his Scream movie to get his touch back, to see what made people love your movies in the first fucking place. You know, if not, retire if you can't do it the right way. Friday the 13th, I could watch the first one. Second one I enjoy more. Third one has its problems, but I could watch as a time waster. Fourth one is my favorite. 5, it's a time waster. I could watch it as a little time waster. I don't mind if I have fun with it. 6 and 7 are my favorites. Part 8, Kiss My Ass. Jason Goes to Hell is very underrated. Jason X is another one I have fun with. Friday the 13th reboot, I love the theatrical version. The killer cut on the DVD, bullshit. So you see, I can measure that. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. First one's a classic. Second one's very underrated. Third one was the first one I was introduced to, so I hold a soft spot for the third movie. Even though I know it got fucked over a lot by MPAA, by Rob Shea, I can still watch the third film. Texas Chainsaw Next Generation is a fucking abomination. Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake, I didn't mind it. The prequel, if you put them together, they make one fucking movie, in my humble opinion. That's what I could do. Texas Chainsaw 3 Dicks, go fuck itself. Off the planet. So you see, those are my franchises right there. See, that's why I could enjoy right there. Right there. See? But Evil Dead is one film, really, that I love a lot. Evil Dead 2. First one, I respect it. Anyway, I went into the whole thing. Just back up the video, whatnot. But now, rating for the film. In all honesty, I would give it about 5 out of 10. That's my opinion on it. See, that's one thing I was worried about reviewing Evil Dead films, because they'll be very honest, reviews pretty much, which I know that's the best thing about doing a review, to air your honesty and be real and speak from the heart and everything like that. So I think I got indigestion or whatnot. Ooh, you got too much gas. I don't know what the fuck it is. But anyway, 5 out of 10 is the rating for the film. And stay tuned. As next one I review is the 2013 remake, which I'm about to go check out. Well, probably I guess tomorrow more likely, because I'm recording this shit day by day, pretty much, and stuff like that. The week of the 17th, basically. I'm recording it. You'll see this the following week after that, these reviews and everything like that. But thank you all for tuning into this rant and review. And you all take it easy and enjoy the rest of your day. And thank you for tuning in. Okay, looking forward to seeing your feedback down below. Later.